In this video, I'm going to share with you 3 specific principles that I know, if I knew as a teenager, would have changed my life. Stay tuned. Hello and welcome to Rahz Motivates here on YouTube. My name is Rahz Slaughter from RahzSlaughter.com, and I'm the author of Student Success Secrets as well as a 20-year success coach. I want to thank you so much for being here. This channel is dedicated to inspiring and motivating teens to create the best version of themselves, utilizing their mindset and understanding key principles that if they install them in their lives will change their life forever. I wish I knew these principles, and I'm going to be sharing with you here on this channel. As a teenage boy, there were many cold, lonely, and dark evenings where I felt lost, abandoned, and misunderstood. See, I didn't do well in school, my parents weren't home, and more importantly, I didn't have a guiding light, a mentor, someone to teach me how to be a man, someone to give me the clues that I needed to also be successful in life. See, I went on this search, and this search led me down to books, audios, and more importantly, magazines. I found people like Anthony Robbins, Brian Tracy, Zig Ziglar, and Mark Victor Hansen, just to name a few. These books, audios, and basically my virtual mentors gave me the insights, they gave me the tools and the strategies to shift my mindset so that I wouldn't have a victim mindset and I could go to being a victor. And in this video, I'm going to share 3 specific ones that I found that really will help most teenagers and students not only excel, but stand out. Let's jump into these 3 principles, and I'm going to share with you all 3 and then break each one of them down. The 3 principles are: number 1, communication; number 2, setting high standards; and number 3, having the ability to listen more. So number 1, communication. As a teenager, communication is so important, whether it's to teachers, your parents, your coaches, your siblings, friends. You need to be able to communicate yourself and be able to share your feelings, how you feel in the moment about specific things. And here's what I want you to know. If you're a boy or a girl, I knew that being vulnerable was something that wasn't taught at home. And I need to understand that being vulnerable is okay. Being able to feel what you're feeling in that motion, whether it's sadness, whether it's excitement, whether it's happiness, you need to have the ability to communicate that. Let people know. So communication was the number 1 skill that I wish I knew as a teenager, because I know it would have allowed me to change so many things that happened in my life. For example, one time one of my coaches told me, he said, "Rahz, you know what? I need you to run." I just gotten out of a extra credit study hall, and I was moving a little bit slow, and I took his communication as being threatening. And what did I do? My reply to that was an attitude. My ego got in the way. We got into an argument. He sent me home, and I got scratched from a wrestling tournament. You see, if I would have been able to not only interpret his communication, but communicate how I was feeling, say, "Hey, you know what, coach? I'm a little bit tired. I'm trying really hard in class. Can you just give me a little bit of a break?" If I would have known how to communicate, I would have been able to stop that episode from happening. I would have stayed in the tournament, and I would have got the result that I wanted through clear, concise communication. So here's it is. If you are not communicating with your parents, your coaches, your teachers, try, ask questions. More importantly, be open to opening up the dialogue, being willing to be vulnerable, and more importantly, be willing to try and get people to understand your point of view. Principle number 2, setting high standards. Now this one is important, and I want you guys to understand that, because a lot of times we set goals so low and we hit them and we're disappointed, or we don't set goals at all. I talk a lot about goals in my book, Student Success Secrets. And the reason I say that is because it's a killer secret to shifting your mindset, giving you focus. It's like the GPS, but setting standards for yourself is important. Whether it's in class, you should set standards that you're going to be the best that you can be. See, I'm not big on grades. I don't think that an A, a B, or C dictates who you are. It just says if you work harder, you can get a better grade. If you give your best effort, you're going to get a better grade. If you give your best effort on the field or on the court, you're going to improve. right? But I need you to think about, what are your standards for life? What are your standards for school? What are your standards for respecting yourself, showing up in the world? And when you set high enough standards, people are going to see you the way you want to be seen. This is going to increase your confidence. You're going to have better self-esteem. And more importantly, you're going to show up the way you want to show up. So number 2 is set standards that are really high for yourself so that others will not only see you the way you want to see, but you'll see yourself that way as well. Principle number 3 is listening more. See, you have 2 ears and 1 mouth. And someone really smart told me that once, and now I understand it so much more as an adult. But if I would have known this as a teen, entering into my teens and my 20s, I would not have struggled so much because I had an ego. And what does ego stand for? Edging God out. See, when you have an ego, you talk more than you listen, so you never actually get to learn. I'm going to repeat that. You talk more than you listen, so you never get to learn. I want you, if you're watching this video, to take my mistakes, not so that you don't have to replicate them, and you can move to where you want to be in life and become more successful. So listen. What do I mean by listen? When your parents are talking to you, they're not talking at you, they're talking for you. When your teachers are sharing with you and they're trying to give you a little bit of wisdom, just know that they've already taken the path that you're going down. And if you want to avoid the same potholes that they and I had to go through, then listen a little bit more. And to your friends, maybe they're trying to share with you something that's important in their lives. I really recommend that you just start to listen a little bit more. See, I told you guys a story earlier in the video about my coach. If I would have just listened to what he was telling me, rather than talk and allow my ego to get in the way, I would have been able to wrestle in that tournament. I wouldn't have been scratched. I would have gotten the outcome that I want. If you want to be successful in life, if you want to have bigger things in your life, you want to have a great career, go on to college, listening is a skill that you cannot avoid. You need to listen more and talk less. That's principle number 3. So let me ask you a question. Which of the 3 secrets or principles would most improve your life today? Number 1, communication. Number 2, setting higher standards. Or number 3, which is listening more. I want you in the comment box below, let me know which of those 3 would you like to commit to installing in your life today so that you can live better, have more inspiration, and most importantly, create success in your life. I can't wait to connect with you guys in that comment box below, and I promise you, each and every one of you that are watching this video, if you comment and you leave which number, and if you have any questions or concerns, let me know. As a coach for 20 years, I love connecting and communicating and sharing my wisdom so that I can see more students and teens become successful in life and navigate and not have to overcome the same challenges that I have had to overcome in my life. So in wrapping this video up, I want to share with you guys a quick story because I want you guys to understand the power of stories. As a young teen, you might think, I know it all. You already know everything you need to know. Teachers can't tell you anything. Your parents can't tell you anything. You're going through these processes and you feel like you know what, you know it all. See, I've been there before. I remember when my grandma used to tell me things like, take out the garbage, do the dishes. And I'd always be like, in a minute, I want to do it when I want to do it. But now as a parent, I understand that when people are asking you to do things, they're teaching you. They're giving you wisdom so that you can be independent, so that you can be strong, and more importantly, you can be successful in life. Remember, as point number 3 was listen more. I hope that you listen. I hope that you're willing to be inspired and motivated. Believe in yourself. That's what this channel is all about. And if there's anything that I can do to help you, please feel free to reach out. Check out my book, Student Success Secrets, and more importantly, go over to RahzSlaughter.com and let me know if there's anything there that can help you. As always, I can't wait to see you in the next video. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Make sure you never miss another upload. And more importantly, as always, stay motivated, live powerfully while creating an epic life. Boom!